Unmastered. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gohar.
And we are uncut and on the record with your favorite bands. So today, in-house, we've got Evan here to talk to us.
You want to say your full name? How do you say your last name?
Yeah, it's Blum, B-L-U-M, like plum, the fruit with a B. Some people
B.
say Bloom, some people say... people say Bloom or Blum, but it's Blum.
It's Blum.
Yes.
Perfect. So to start off, we're going to do a couple of little icebreakers. You already told us your name, so
Yeah, it's a good start.
What's your favorite ice cream, and what's your favorite way to eat an avocado?
Favorite ice cream? I don't know. It's, whatever. I don't know.
Are you not an ice cream person? Like, we can...
Anything chunky.
Dessert?
Anything chunky. Yeah, we'll go favorite dessert.
Well,
I just like potato chips. Like, that's all I
That's
need.
not a dessert. That's a snack.
That is not healthy, and that's something you enjoy. Like, it's a potato chip. I'm sorry. That's my answer.
All right. He's taking favorite ice cream to favorite
avocado.
dessert.
I like to eat it the right way. I like to slice it with my 7-inch Miyabi Chef's Blade triple riveted full stainless steel tang. Cut it in half right at the seam. Take out the pit. Hit it. Turn the knife clockwise. Throw the pit out. Salt the avocado and then eat it with a spoon, like a civilized human. That's how I like to eat it.
I've never heard such a descriptive way of
That's
cutting
how I
an
eat
avocado.
It. No, I'm very serious about avocados.
Like, do you ever eat an avocado on anything, or just straight up?
Sure, yeah. I mean, guacamole, whatever. Avocado's great. It's the best thing ever.
Great.
It's an incredible fruit.
I'm curious because you said you just do you eat it right out of the skin?
Yeah, yeah.
My second question is, you don't put any acid on it, like lime or lemon?
Acid? Why do
No,
you say
salt.
it like that? That sounds really
Acid.
gross.
Because that's what lime and lemon is.
Yeah, you could say citrus.
I actually got you. I actually got you right away when you said acid. I was like, oh, she meant to me as lime or lemon. I didn't skip a beat. No, I'm with you. I'm
Okay,
with you,
cool.
Laura.
Apparently,
but
you're on the
no.
same wavelength. And I'm the odd man out right now.
Lime and lemon on any dish is really intense.
Fantastic.
And it's really good, but sometimes it's a little too intense. Sometimes I like it. As I've gotten older, I've liked liming things, but I used to hate when people put lime in guacamole. I used to like it limeless.
I did not like lime guacamole either. I'm not a huge fan.
I think since drinking alcohol, I loved limes, because lime and alcohol is incredible combo, match made in heaven. And
You're
just
talking
really
the
cancels out.
tequila shots with the salt.
Just
and lime.
anything with a lime, it just really cancels out and neutralizes anything in your mouth. That's what she said, but not.
Oh my
but,
god.
No, just kidding. That's what
We're all five. Let's go.
That's what we all said. Okay.
This is true. This is very true. So, how's your day been? How's life been going for you this week?
How's my life going? I'm recently single. I've been throwing my heart around like a crazy person.
Oh my gosh.
Just
Putting that
literally
out there.
making mistakes and letting love make me fucking crazy. And it's been actually excellent for my songwriting. I'm waking up and writing a lot more. I got out of a 3.5-year relationship in which I wasn't really writing much about, new relationships, because I wasn't in a new relationship. I was content. And I found myself writing about other things or drawing with other people for sessions and seeing what they're going through. And recently, when you go out into the world and you start just being crazy and throwing your heart out there and letting yourself fall for people, and then people falling for you, but it's not working, and then you think you have feelings, but then you don't, but then you do, but then you kind of don't again. And then you get rejected, then you get friend zoned, but then you get unfriend zoned. It really is inspiring.
What a roller coaster of
you
emotions.
you have a lot of content that spews out of you if you're going through all of that.
It's always right in the morning.
I was gonna say, are you more of a morning writer or a nighttime
Morning.
writer?
I don't need coffee.
Oh, you just wake up and
I wake
write.
up and I'm just ideas, and then when it's 10:30, I'm tired. So that's the way my circadian rhythm is. Up in the morning and just have a hard time staying up at night.
Oh wow!
So I think I'm pretty rare for a musician. I think most musicians are the exact opposite.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must be kind of wild, being someone going and playing shows and going out to shows and
Yeah,
having to stay
I've
up.
I've started drinking caffeine at night.
Oh.
So that's what I do. I drink caffeine at night. It's just the weirdest thing ever.
No, it's understandable, but what kind of caffeine do you drink? Do you drink coffee? Because I'm not a coffee
Sometimes,
drinker.
no.
I'm not a coffee drinker either. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, how much enthusiasm can you really have?" And I'm like, I don't know. I'm young. Maybe that's it. I don't drink alcohol either, so that doesn't slow me down.
It shouldn't, yeah.
I feel like some
Anything
people
alcohol.
that just hypes them up though.
Alcohol?
Yeah.
Some people, it's such an aggressive difference for everybody.
Really?
I'm obsessed with those health food store energy shots. They're the 5-hour energy
Do those
version,
even work?
But they're for health food? Yeah. They just have caffeine, green tea extract, yerba mate, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, that kind of thing, and perk you right up.
I feel like I would just get too anxious and not do it. Like, I can't do coffee.
They do make me anxious, actually. And
Yeah.
I found myself becoming like sometimes like if I take too much of it, I become like whoa, like I was like
this
I was
is
like annoying last night. Like I've done stupid things. Like I like when I'm on these energy drinks, sometimes I get crazy. And like one time, like I picked up my friend's girlfriend just to see if I could, because I was like working out a lot that week. I was like, I'm strong.
Oh my god!
And because he wouldn't let me pick him up.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, dude, I can pick you up. I'm strong right now.
Like, I got
And then he
muscles.
didn't let me, so I picked up my friend's girlfriend. I picked her up, and I went to place her back down, and like, I guess just dropped her.
Oh,
She
oh,
just
that's
fell
not
right
good.
on the concrete.
You're so
Oh.
strong.
And we've never been the same since.
Oh, no. She's like, you see this scar
So
right
those-
here?
So those are the price you pay for, I don't know, being me, being an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
I think what that comes down to is you were very confident at the time.
Yeah, yes, that's one word.
Would you
But
say
thank
you're
you.
very...
Thank you for putting a positive spin on it.
Would you say you're a very confident person? Just in
I'd
general?
say I'm extremely confident and extremely insecure, like crazy blended into one. And I may be coming off as confident to you guys sitting in this room because I'm like, you guys are asking. I'm like, I'm elected right now, and you guys are like asking me questions, but I can be really as insecure as it gets. Like just as recent as like Sunday morning, just feeling essentially unlovable and worthless, all the way to like feeling super confident the next day. So I'm very all over the place.
Like polar opposites almost, but in one body. In
Yes.
a sense.
Yes.
Does that affect your writing process at all? I'm curious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything affects your writing process. Everything you go through, it goes in your music. If you're sad, it goes in your music. If you're happy, if you're feeling insecure that day, it goes in your music. If you're feeling like super like confidence going in your music.
How is the difference in sound from those? I would assume that something that you write when you're extremely like on a high and like very confident would sound way different than when you're, feeling down about yourself.
I mean, it's pretty. Like if I'm in a great mood, I'm gonna be probably playing major chords, and I'm probably playing a more up tempo grooving thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I'm sad, I always just sink into like sad boy, like super emotional acoustic music almost every time.
That's so wild.
Super stripped.
Super stripped. Not just stripped,
Well,
but super stripped.
Yeah, it's usually starting on the guitar almost every time. But like if I'm in a session with somebody and there's a track or something that's different, but I'm generally alone a lot of times. I do collaborating all the time, but so that I think that's the main difference. So slower and more acoustic is when I'm sad. And then like if I'm not sad, like let's bring out the drums and like let's dance.
Let's dance.
Let me talk about that. Let me talk about collaborating with people. From what I saw online, you collaborate with a number of people when it comes to, vocals and whatnot. And then I see all of your music videos and you have directors and everything like that. You're always working with people. Can you tell me more about that? How do you feel sharing a platform with another person? Do you feel as if if you have a vision for a song, you're gonna make a music video for it?
Do you want to like talk about like a visual thing or like a song collaboration? Because I feel like I'm more of an expert at song collaboration.
Let's go into both. I saw a lot of collaboration with someone named Catherine.
Yeah.
Eva. Cool.
Yeah, you did your research.
Thank you.
That's my ex-girlfriend.
Oh, right
Oh.
on the spot.
Whoops.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
Well, if you want to talk about it, we can.
No,
if not,
no, we're on amazing terms and we're like best friends.
we gave you the
And
truth elixir.
we
You
talked-
can't.
We talked
Okay.
today. Yeah, we're gonna see her tomorrow. She's gonna play with me at my show.
oh, that's great then.
She's like, we're on the best terms anyone could ever be on in terms of, I think of, we might have the Guinness World Record for fastest time to be on as good a terms as we are on. But yeah, I collaborated with her, like, we dated for 3.5 years and we were like both songwriters. We wrote maybe like 250, 300 songs together.
Holy
Oh
crap,
my
that's
God.
a lot.
We wrote a lot of songs. And that's just like an arbitrary number in my head. I hope it's that much, but I think that's what it was.
I didn't look at any of her songs to see if were you featured on any of her music.
Yeah, well, she kind of started doing a side project called Bugsy,
Uh-huh.
which is like a female empowerment rap, and so I was in there, but I'm not featured on it as an artist at all. But I'm just behind the scenes helping write all the stuff and helping produce the stuff.
Cool, interesting.
Yeah, so I think collaboration, just to get back to your question, is
Yes,
like fucking,
I did ask a question. You're right.
Yeah. But the second I said ex-girlfriend, you guys were like,
We're like,
"Ooh, what's up with that?"
wait.
You guys want to get collaboration's everything. It's the most important thing, and it's almost impossible to see like a number one song that's like a solo thing. It's pretty rare.
I mean, Bozzy did it, but whatever.
Yeah, but did he produce it?
Yes.
No. Like Rice and Peas produced it.
I think the only person who's like produced all of their own stuff is Russ, and we all know how he
Oh
is
my
about
God,
his own
Russ.
music.
Yeah, Russ is really special artist.
I think
actually.
every time someone just mentions him, I just start laughing because how can you be so confident in yourself? How are you so narcissistic in that? Anyway, let's stop talking about Russ. Oh my gosh. Collaborating.
Yeah, so I just think that for me, like, it's just the same thing as like when you in a relationship with somebody, like you can develop each other and bring some stuff out of each other. And the best collaboration is when you're just like opposites, but you're still attracted to each other. And the ideas that someone else have would be an idea that you would never have yourself. And you're like, wow, I would never have thought to say that, or I never would have thought to go there melodically, or rhythmically, or production-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And then vice versa to that person. And then even if they go somewhere that you think is like, they still sparks you to go, and it's like, actually, that's not a bad idea at its core, but maybe we can take that and go somewhere with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I love collaborating. It's most my favorite thing. I think out of everything I do in music, like I'm a producer, a vocal producer, and an actual producer of tracks. I'm like a artist, singer, all that. But like I think my favorite thing is songwriting beneath everything. That's my thing that is the most important to me, and the thing I find the most like unadulterated joy, and the thing I think I'm probably the best at, which it might be the reason that I like it the most. But I don't know.
I think collaboration is definitely important, like in so many aspects of life as well. Like regardless of music, just like in general, if you're not communicating and connecting with other people and learning from other people, I feel like you're doing something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it's something that's so integral to us as like humans, really. I mean, we're meant to be social. We're meant to do that, and I think especially when you like sit down and work with someone and let ideas flow, I think that's such a cool thing, because like you were saying, like you guys could have completely different ideas and no one would have thought like that idea that would spark from a conversation wouldn't happen otherwise. Mm-hmm. So I think that's so important that people do that. So
I couldn't agree more. But it is nice to have like a couple hundreds out there, like 100%ers.
Mm.
Like I have like a couple that are 100%ers that I've released that like it feels good to be able to say that.
Yeah,
like I wrote, produced, sang everything. Like no one helped me. What's
the difference in process for you when it's like 100% yourself versus when you're collaborating with someone?
I don't have to send somebody drafts. To be like, is this good? What do you think of this? Is this okay? Is this okay? Can I do this?
Can I do this?
And you don't have to ask anyone permission. You just do it.
Yeah, so the process definitely takes longer when you're collaborating.
Oh, hell yeah. But it's better. But sometimes you get it. I mean, it's just these like 3 minute pieces. So it's like, you make hundreds of these things. So it's like, everyone is so different. So sometimes you can make it your own.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done that, so I don't really I like doing that. And also it's like when you release it and does have success, like it's nice to have the pride, like, you can do it yourself and empowering yourself, but also like you don't have anyone to celebrate with.
Mm.
And that's like the best part about having success in anything. Like if I release an album that I like self-produced and I like self-wrote and like no one else was with me and I had no team and I just like put it out and it was a major success, it's like, all right, I'll go out with my friends, but like it's nice to like have like a real collaboration that you can have success with. It feels good to celebrate with your partner.
As a songwriter, is it weird to, not weird, but do you ever write a song and you're just like, oh, I feel like you can't give it to someone else? Do you ever write songs where you feel like there's something that only you could necessarily sing? Or is that, how is that as a songwriter? I always wonder, do people write these songs and give them to someone else and then regret doing it?
Yeah, with their voice in mind, or
right,
or you feel as if this song you can't fulfill what you're imagining for it, or do you feel as if the song that you just created only you can be the voice behind it?
It's such like a multifaceted answer, because some days you go in and that's the intention, like you meet with someone else and so you're like there with the artist and you're writing for them, so it's always fine. But sometimes you have these songs that you start alone in your bedroom after being rejected last night and having like an emotional night, and you wake up and you feel essentially unlovable, and like that is different. And I'm at a place right now where for the right dollar amount, I'll give pretty much anyone any song right now. Like, I don't care. Like, if you really want the song, like, I would consider anyone. And I'm not delusional with my ability as an artist. Like, I know that I have, like a decent, good sounding voice or whatever. But if someone, like, I've written a song or a melody before and then given it to a singer who's like insane and seen what they do with it, and it's just like, oh my god, that really takes it to the next level. So as much ego as you can take out of it to like have a success with the song is what what would be amazing. And it is hard to like give up credit, because when you release stuff as an artist and you're also a writer for others, you have to battle with that credit. Like I've been at an open mic where I've just like written a line of a song and I saw someone sing it and like the whole crowd reacted to it, and like I know I came up with that, and you watch the person and like they're getting all the credit and everyone's looking at them like, oh, this person's so clever. And I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna stand up like, hey, I wrote that. It's so petty. But inside I'm petty, I guess. But like it's not about me in that moment. It's about convincing, like there's a whole suspension of disbelief. Like you want to believe Britney Spears wrote these songs and her fans want to believe it's coming straight from her. So that's what you have to keep alive, and I'm aware of that. Yeah. But I'm still trying to mature and get in touch with that. So that's my answer.
I think definitely I think as a fan, I think people tend to think like, oh my gosh, they did all this on there. Like, I think fans sometimes tend to forget there's more people involved in this process than just the face standing at the mic doing the singing. Yeah. I mean, there's producers, there's writers, there's so many other things that are involved, and I think being on the other side of that is probably in its own way, like you just said, like it can be ever so slightly challenging, just because, I mean, not that everything's about the credit by any means, but sometimes it is like, oh, like, that was mine in some sense, and now it's not, and it's perceived as otherwise. So
yeah, I think a big part of it is how much there's a lot of songwriters that are not honest with themselves in terms of like what they actually want to be an artist, and that's their secret deep desire. They want to be a star, and some people don't admit it or aren't honest with themselves. And I think those kind of people have a much harder time giving it away than people that like, dude, I can't sing. And like, they have no desire to sing. Like those kind of people that feel like they suck at singing or there's no way they could do it as an artist, have a real easy time with it.
Yeah. I think there's also multiple ways to look at it depending on those two factors as well. Like you could look at it and see like, a room full of people reacting to a lyric that was written and have that feeling of, wait, I wrote that lyric. Or you could also have the feeling of, I'm glad people resonated with that.
Yeah.
And I think I feel like that's your own like inner turmoil that anyone would have.
That's what a better man would feel when I was at that event. I would be like, wow, this is so awesome that you're resonating with that lyric. And instead I was like, oh, it's awesome resonating with the lyric.
That's my lyric.
They think that this person wrote it. And I'm just gonna stand up and walk out of here and they think I'm a fucking schmuck and no one will care. And everyone think this person's cool. No, but yeah. You're right. That's what
It's got to be an interesting...
Mic drop.
No. Might just topple the mic over.
Mic tap.
Mic tap. There we go. I do see how that could be slightly challenging and hard, especially someone behind the scenes who's not at the forefront of everything. I can see how that could be difficult at times and a learning process for anyone, really. Yeah. I mean, I get petty in a group project when people are like, everyone's applauding. I'm like, no, I did that. Like, not her. Like, she's presenting, but I did it. What?
I love that.
So, I mean, with something as, raw as songwriting, I'm sure that's felt on another level completely. Let's kind of talk about your music. We're talking about what you do for other people a lot. Let's talk about your music. You've got a very interesting sound, I think. It kind of has like a beachy vibe in some sense, is how I perceive it.
Which songs are you referring to?
Oh, jeez, we were listening to them earlier. Please remind me.
Just those three that I said?
No, we were listening to some of the other ones. It was, I can't say her name.
Oh, Camila Cabello?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's like yeah. I wish I could say that, like, I wish the songs on Spotify were more indicative of where I'm at right now. But yeah.
I did notice there was a difference.
If you listen to the stuff that I probably sent you that are non-released, they're just so much different.
We're going to play those for everyone too.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. But yeah, the Camila Cabello vibe.
Unmastered podcast exclusive, by the way.
Yeah, these are exclusive. These are unreleased. Unmastered podcast exclusive. Wow. So that, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say it has beachy vibe. Maybe on that song, like
on that
reggae song.
Yeah.
I do love reggae. It's one of my favorite genres. I'm obsessed with Bob Marley and Barrington Levy and Steel Pulse and a lot of the great reggae artists. And that was probably one of my biggest first musical obsessions and influences. when I was in college and I first started like making songs. That was like what I wanted. I wanted to be like in a white boy reggae band so bad. Like, I was like, that's all I wanted to be like in Sublime and like that kind of band. And I love them still. They're great, and I'll turn it up when I hear it. But like, I've really kind of outgrown that, and I'm not really interested in that anymore.
Yeah,
just kind of ironic that you say that. But
that's so funny. So, would you describe your sound as more pop now?
I would describe my sound as it's usually pretty quirky, emotional, usually very poppy and melodic, and usually some kind of tongue-in-cheek, and usually very concept-driven. And yeah,
right on.
That's what I would say.
Okay, so then...
If I was to say anything. I wish I had a cooler answer for that.
No, that's perfect. That's a very honest, straightforward answer. It's perfect. So, if that's your kind of vibe now, and that's where your music is headed now, what's the deal with this? What inspired this? Please say her name.
Camila Cabello? Am I saying
You can
it right?
say it. You say it multiple times in the song.
Camila
Where did
Cabello.
this song come from?
Oh.
Just out of sheer curiosity.
Yeah, and also the music video is freaking hilarious.
Thank you. Well, I don't know. That's like probably the biggest things I have in my life. It literally never goes away. It's very funny. So she tweeted that video personally on her personal Twitter account.
Oh, really? She really? Oh, that's fantastic.
I thought you guys were getting to that.
No, please tell us more.
So she actually saw that video. Her fans tweeted her, and that was my goal, was to get it to her. It took like 5 months for her to see it.
Wow.
Like 5 months she saw it. No, it might have been 9 months. I can't remember. It was like ridiculous amount of time. Like I forgot about it.
Oh my gosh.
Just one day, they saw it. So, what I was inspired by it. I'm crazy about girls, just in general, and I just think Camila Cabello is just. This is when she was still in Fifth Harmony when I wrote that song. So
that's right. She left Fifth Harmony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So she left Fifth Harmony. So I wrote that before she left, and then she left and did that song with Machine Gun Kelly, "Bad Things."
Yes.
And that was like a minor hit, and this is before Havana.
Yeah.
And so I made that song, and it was just like I had a producer friend, Rocky, and we produced that song together, and he was obsessed with her. So I was on the phone with him, and I was trying to like make him laugh, and I came up with that concept just right on the cuff on the phone. I was like, "What if we write a song about Camila Cabello, but it's a song that I'm singing to my girlfriend about Camila Cabello, and I'm like, hey, you are so beautiful, like Camila. Like, you are so special, like Camila. Like, I think I love you, like I love Camila." She's like, "Wait, do you love me or do you love Camila?"
That is so funny.
And I'm like, "Well, both."
Both. It's both. Why
So
can't
that's
have
where
it
that
all?
song came from. I if I get a quirky concept or an idea, like I'm off to the races. Like that's what really inspires me, and I loved that concept right away.
It's a fun concept.
It really is.
I think it's so random and like unexpected, which
it's
makes
out of
it
nowhere.
so
Yeah.
It's so out of nowhere. It's fun, and that's what makes it fun, I think.
Yeah. I think lately I've been writing a lot more like real ass songs, like really highly emotional concepts that are more like serious, and like I'd like to get back there and just write like a real goofy song like that, because that's what I used to do a lot. Like that was like my thing. Like I wrote a song called "Taller Than Me" about like girls that dating it taller than me.
I saw that too, and the music video was also hilarious.
Like I wrote a song about like burning couches. Like when I was in Isla Vista, I wrote a song about
Isla Vista
in Santa Barbara.
I know that's what it's.
I wrote a song. I just like write songs about like a girl from the supermarket, or I wrote a song about wanting to be stupid again. Like just so like I kind of do miss those little carefree songs.
Yeah, you had some very comical songs, and you would make these very comical music videos along with them.
Yeah, I definitely like that. And comedy's like the biggest part of my personality, and that's what I like. The place I probably am at most, and where I'm the most comfortable. But I'm trying to expand as a person and become a better man, and like go a little deeper with music. And I don't want to lose the comedic side, but I also don't want to like pigeonhole too much into like the Andy Samberg Lonely Island, because I know that I have a lot more to say sonically and lyrically in that.
I have a proposal.
Yeah.
Double album, 1 serious music, 1 comedy music.
Yeah. Yeah.
A side, B side, C side.
Side A, side B.
Yes, absolutely.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
So,
I've kind of done that.
You have?
I've kind of already done that.
For which albums?
It's not out yet.
No?
Oh.
But it's pretty much finished. I'll just talk about it. I don't really care.
Okay, well, this is gonna...
It's an exclusive.
Yeah, definitely.
Just keep them rolling.
You're like, this wasn't in the notes.
Hold on.
I told you guys, it's a double album.
I remember you telling me you're releasing your 4th album, but I don't remember double.
It's a double album.
This is exciting.
All right.
Okay.
I have a lot of songs. I work all the time.
Okay. All right. Let's go. We're talking about it.
Let's
now.
go.
Here we go.
We're pumped.
Right,
Let's go.
So it's a double album.
Uh-huh.
I was reading a book called Anatomy of an Illness, and it's an amazing book about the power of the own mind to become your own doctor on your inside, and the natural mechanisms in which the body can heal itself. It talks a lot about the placebo effect, and so I just saw that. I love that title, and I was like, I want to do something like that. And then so I decided I want to name an album Anatomy of a Hopeful Cynic. And so I had like songs that are like kind of cynical and quirky, but kind of hopeful and upbeat, which is kind of a big part of my personality. And then I have another side, which is Anatomy of a Hopeless Romantic, which is like kind of like the more love side and the more serious side. So those are kind of the two sides I'm exploring on that. It's not necessarily like comedy and serious, but more like cynical, tongue-in-cheek, and then like just lover boy.
I'm really excited about that. That's
Yeah.
such a freaking awesome concept.
So I did 2 covers, and they look like textbooks, like
wow.
like anatomy charts. And I'm
Mhm.
just like, so then my body parts become different song titles. So whichever part of my body I feel like the song came from. So like this song will be like from the heart. This song came from my head. This song came from like my voice box. So I put it to the throat. Or this song came from my lung.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Your lung is not there,
I'm
but
very-
okay.
Yeah, my lung. Yeah, my
He pointed to the wrong side of his body,
Thank
guys.
God the viewer can't see that. I just pointed
Point to the wrong
to
side of the body.
demonstrate my lung.
No, that's very fascinating. That is
Thanks.
a very fantastic concept. I'm super excited to see that come to fruition because
Me too.
that just like speechless, like of how freaking awesome I think that concept is. So
Thank you.
kudos to you. Wow.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I'm really excited now.
When can we expect this to come out?
Well, most of it's pretty much done. Probably have like 1 or 2 I need to finish.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty much finished. One is 10 songs and one is 9 songs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was gonna just drop it, but I think I'm just gonna just slowly trickle out singles and then drop it eventually. So I don't really have a date,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll be seeing songs coming out, and then they're all gonna be packaged together like this eventually.
Oh wow. Is it gonna be a part 1 and part 2, or are they gonna be
I think when I drop it, I want to drop both at the same time.
perfect?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That'll be Do you think people should listen to one before they listen to the other? Is there an order of listening?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I feel like I'm gonna listen to the Cynic one first, and then the
Yeah.
Romantic one. I think that would be a fun.
Yeah, whatever you're feeling, like if you're really into the more quirky side, like of my songs, then into that. Some people are like obsessed with the love songs, and that's what you listen to. So whatever mood you are that day, you had a little heartbreak, and you want to hear some love songs, or like actually there's some are heartbreak, but like some are also like crush vibes. I think that's my favorite. Like that's the kind of
Did
thing.
you say crush vibes?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing I want to embody in a song.
Uh-huh.
The feeling when you have a crush on somebody. You know that feeling?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some songs I've heard embody it really well. Like Daft Punk's Digital Love is a song I feel like is the best crush song. Like Somebody Else by 1975.
Oh my gosh, that's.
I feel like it's like Dreams by Bozzy or like Mine. Like I think I love that vibe in music. Is that phrase upset you?
I love Mine.
No, she just
Yeah,
loves
Mine by Bozzy.
It's like crush vibes.
It's the
one of my
perfect crush
favorites.
song.
It's great.
Like if I'm gonna
Freaking great.
categorize a crush song, I think I'm gonna put that one at the top for myself
That
personally.
that's my
But
goal.
Digital Love is definitely
Digital Love, yeah.
definitely up there.
That's one of my biggest goals as an artist. Like I want to write a song that perfectly encapsulates the feeling of like that brand new when you just have a crush on somebody and you're crazy about them and it's just like you're on top of the fucking world.
That's such
I
a
would
fun
love
feeling.
to embody that perfectly, and I've tried a million times and maybe gotten close, but I feel like I still have it in me to like write like B1. So I think I have to
Just
get
go
some
out
more
there.
crushes. That's what I'm trying.
Go
Yeah,
out there.
I need a crush. I need
Just
a
like
crush.
fall in love with people as they walk through the supermarket.
Like I literally
There you
tried
go.
to write 2 crush songs. One turned into a breakup song, but last week. But
Oops.
yeah, oops.
Yikes.
Yeah, I fucked things up. But one, is another crush song. Like I literally tried like 5 days ago to write one. I don't know if it's any
You're
good.
trying too hard. Just gotta let it happen. It's just gonna happen.
I mean,
And
I'm
you're
not writing
trying.
that many. It was just like well, that was the first time I've written in like months, but it's definitely in my mind. But like you can't really control what comes out. You just feel it and you just.